What's up, everybody? This is your boy Antoine Criminal Mosley. Welcome to the 7th season of Criminal's Deep Thoughts. This is episode 51, reintroducing myself. Guess what, guys? It's the year 2013, and lo and behold, surprise, we're still alive. But that gives me the perfect opportunity to shock the world. This year is going to be my year, I guarantee you this. By the end of this year, everyone will know exactly who I am and what I'm all about. And believe me, you won't be disappointed. Now, the reason this show is called Reintroducing Myself is I'm giving new fans and friends out there the opportunity to see exactly what I do on a regular basis. So for this particular episode, to begin the 7th season, it's going to be basic. Just the simple way we do things here. So basically, you're going to get main topics, you're going to get the video game reviews, and you're going to get the movie reviews, along with the crim rant, and maybe a little few surprises here and there. But that's just to start off. But once this season really kicks up, you guys are in for a treat. I guarantee you that. Now, before we get into the show, I would like to say a message to all of those who have been watching the shows and actually been supporting me throughout the years. I want to send out a personal thank you to each and every one of you for keeping me going, for keeping support going day in and day out through whatever project I may have going on. It's been amazing, and I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are true friends, and I can never thank you enough. But to those that are new, welcome, and get ready. Sit down, get your popcorn in hand, get your soda, your juice, your drink, whatever, and get ready for a great show. Let's get this started. I'll see you guys in the traditional 3 seconds. Peace. Well, everybody, first topic that's going to be discussed right here on the 7th season of Criminal's Deep Thoughts is probably the most widespread, wide-trending, worldwide phenomenon that's hitting viral video today. And obviously, we all know what that is. It's the Harlem Shake. Now, the Harlem Shake is only a 30-second video, but it is spread like wildfire. Are you kidding me? Everybody's doing it. You've got people in libraries doing it. You got people that at jobs doing it. You've got people on the news crew doing it. You've even got people in the military doing the Harlem Shake, and even basketball players too, professional basketball players. Now, I'm not talking about college basketball associates. I'm talking NBA. You don't believe me? The best Harlem Shake I've seen this year was the Miami Heat. That was hilarious. But you got to understand something about the Harlem Shake. It's getting people in trouble. It really is getting people in trouble, and y'all don't want that. You don't want to get yourself in trouble with the Harlem Shake. People have lost jobs because of the Harlem Shake. People have gotten hurt in the Harlem Shake. People have said that it was going to be a revolution starting up again, especially over in Tunisia, because they're doing it over there and they're getting flagged for it. Like, seriously, it's really bad. I mean, think of the words in the Harlem Shake. Con los terroristas. You know what that sounds like? You know what that means? With the terrorists. So think before you decide to do the Harlem Shake, okay? I understand you guys have fun and you want to have a good time doing it, and that's fine. Do you. But at the same time, think about it, all right? Last thing I want is somebody to come up to me and say, "Con los terroristas." I'm like, no, I'm not with terrorists. I'm with USA, all right? I don't want to deal with myself with that. Besides, I'm not trying to go out here and do a Harlem Shake video when I don't even have the permission to use the damn song to begin with. So, yeah, I'm going to stay away from it for a while. Maybe I'll do it, but that's a big maybe. Probably not going to do it anyway. I mean, well, NFL free agency is kicking into high gear right now, and everybody's talking about who's going to do this, who's going to do that, who's going where, who's going to do what. Biggest name right now, I think, that went somewhere was Mike Wallace. He's a Dolphin now. Mike Wallace to the Dolphins? Really? Anquan Bolden to the Niners? Really? Reggie Bush to the Lions? What? This is just some of the names that I've seen, and it's going to get even crazier from now on. I know for a fact that there's a lot of big names out there that are free agents this year, and they're going to go to different teams, or they might sign with the same team. That's how free agency works. These guys are going to do whatever they can and say whatever they can to get these players on their squads. Now, Ed Reed is trying to get to the Texans. He may go. He may go. He said it himself. It's a mutual fit. I want to see what I can do with this team. I want a championship. They want a championship. Let's see if we can get one together. Well, Ed Reed, you got yourself a championship with Baltimore. Why do you need to go to Houston to try to win another championship? Why can't you stay in Baltimore and defend your title? But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, Ed Reed, because you probably run through my door right about now and kick the ever-living crap out of me. So I'm going to leave that alone. But what I'm getting at is this. This is all I'm trying to say. Pick your spots in the NFL. Okay? Pick your spots. Some great players out there are going to go on some crappy-ass teams. Okay? Really bad. And you have to decide, you have to ask yourself, why in the world am I on this team? Why did I decide to join, like, the freaking Raiders? Why did I decide to join the Jets, the most talked about team in the NFL, for bad reasons? Why would I want to go on to the Patriots team? Patriots suck, by the way. Why in the world would I want to go on the Browns? You know, the Browns ain't done nothing since the 40s. Like, honestly, come on. You really want to be on a team in Cleveland that's probably had bad luck ever since LeBron James decided he was going to take his talents to South Beach? Give me a break, all right? There's nothing good about going to these teams. Go to teams that actually are worth something. Go to the Saints. Go to the Packers. Go to the, good grief. Go to the Ravens. They won the championship. Go to the Niners. Go to the Niners. Go to the Panthers. We might do something this year. We're looking pretty good. Even though we released Chris Gamble. Adios to you, bruh. But we're signing teams. We're signing players left and right that people wouldn't even think about. All right? I'm telling you. We might do something good this year. We may not, but that's just beside the point. Look at Geno Smith. Everybody's looking at Geno Smith, but what team is looking at him right now? Jacksonville. Jacksonville's looking at Geno Smith. And you know what? If they pick him up, they're going to have a good player on their hands. I guarantee you that much. But all I'm saying is this. With the NFL draft a month away, everybody's going to be moving somewhere. Things are really starting to shake up in the NFL. But where does that leave all the draft picks, and what decisions are these quarterbacks and coaches and staff going to make? Think about it. I am. I'm ready for it. I want to see who gets picked up in the draft. Our first pick in the draft goes to who? Reason why I love the month of March so much is because March Madness is finally here. It's underway. 64 teams from both the men and women's side trying to claim that title of national champion. Now, I want to say something about the men real quick. Kentucky, what happened? What happened? You realize you guys made history, but in the worst way? You're the 5th team in NCAA tournament history. Key word, history. To be national champion the year before and not make the tournament. That right there alone does not make sense. What are you doing? What are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing? Now we've got all these teams that are sticking in here trying to become national champions. Miami's probably the most underrated team in the tournament right now. Yes, I said it. Miami is underrated. They really are. How do I know they're underrated? They weren't even ranked number 1 in the tournament. As much as they played and as hard as they played all season, they're number 2. They're number 2. Who the fuck's number 1? Indiana. Ooh, Indiana's lost like twice, 3 times. Okay? Every number 1 seeded team in the bracket for the men's side has lost their number 1 spot. Honestly, think about it. Miami should be number 1. Miami should be number 1. Should Duke be number 1? Well, they were number 1 and they lost it twice, so I don't think so. But they're number 2 in the bracket. Okay? Honestly, there's going to be a Cinderella team out there. There always is. And if you don't believe me, go talk to George Mason. They were the lowest seeded team to make the Final Four. And that right there was a Cinderella story in itself. What would have been nice if George Mason were to actually make it to the championship game? It would have been really nice. They probably got blown out, but it would have been a really good, really nice, story to tell. What about Butler, who was in the tournament this year for the 3rd straight year? Butler has made it to the championship 2 years in a row and lost both times by a close margin. Butler is just itching to win that championship. They're knocking on the door, but they got a hard road to get through. Especially in that bracket I seen. They got a hard road to go through. Do I think they're going to make it back? I don't know. But I can guarantee you all this. All 4 number 1 teams won't make the Final Four. I guarantee you that. What's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of Criminal's Video Game Reviews. the segment where we take a couple video game topics and talk about what's coming up in the future. Right off the bat, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. You guys already know what I'm talking about, and if you guys are listening, you know what's coming up next. PlayStation 4 is coming this year. Xbox 720 is coming this year. Which system is going to have the bigger impact? To be honest with you, I think both of them are. But at the same time, Sony is definitely pushing their promos, they're pushing their products out right now, and definitely really stepping their game up. So PlayStation 4 is really going to get the nod for me right now. Now, seeing the fact that PlayStation 4 is going to have a brand new controller setup, which the controller looks amazing, by the way. It really does. The only problem is PlayStation 3 controllers won't work for the PS4, obviously, because of the concept design that it is. I think the PlayStation 4 is going to be one hell of a system, and I know for a fact that when it drops this winter, oh, it's going to blow everybody out the water. I'm sorry. If you're an Xbox fan and you see me with an Xbox controller or a headset in my ear, and these guys are listening to what I'm saying too, I can tell you right now that Xbox really has to step their game up, because if not, Sony will blow them out the water, and that's a fact. I'm just telling you now. Because I said all that, here's one reason why I think PlayStation 4 and Xbox are really going to step their game up this year. I got 4 words for you. Grand Theft Auto 5. This is arguably the most anticipated game of 2013, and everybody, no matter what system you're on, can back me up on that. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to have more storylines than all previous Grand Theft Autos combined. Not only do you get to control one player, you get to control 3, and they all intertwine, which makes this game probably one of the best, and definitely going to be a front runner for a Kriminal Award in November for Game of the Year. Obviously, that's what it's going to be. Now, I hate the fact that the game was supposed to come out this month, but they pushed it back all the way to September. I wonder why that is. Maybe they're trying to make sure that it launches at the same time as the next-gen consoles. That's a possibility, because they've already said that it's going to be released for the Xbox 720 and the PS4 as well. So, if you want to wait for the PS4 graphics for Grand Theft Auto 5, go right ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, when that day comes in September 17th, mind you, I will be there in line to get my game. And I will get it for my PS3. Just saying. If you're a Madden player like me, you know Madden is going to be real big this year. August 20th is the day that Madden is going to be released. This is the 25th anniversary of John Madden football. I own every Madden game since 1990 when it first started. So you better believe that I am a true Madden fan. Now, of course, everybody knows that the cover vote thing is such a big deal, especially with the past few years. Now, number one question, did Calvin Johnson indeed break the curse? Well, let's see. Broke the single season record for receiving yards last year. Going down in the record books as one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. He was hurt for a little while. How many touchdowns did he manage to score in his entire season last year? With all those yards that he accomplished, how many touchdowns? 5. 5. And Detroit's a bad team anyway. So, did he break the curse? In my honest opinion, no. He did not. Okay? He still got hurt. Still only scored 5 touchdowns this season. He only racked up yards because, you know, he's Calvin Johnson. But I still think that the Madden curse is still alive and still well. This year for Madden 25, they're doing old school versus new school. They're pitting the old school gamers against new school gamers, which is kind of cool. It's a cool concept. But the question is, who's going to grace the 25th anniversary of Madden? You know what I think? Why don't you just go ahead and put John Madden on the cover and just work from there? Before Madden 25 comes out, big announcement that was made on the Crim Show game night not too long ago on YouTube. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But I made an announcement that a Madden tournament is going down before this game comes out. Are you guys hearing me? Yes, Madden tournament going down this year. Now, I'm only looking for 16 people for this Madden tournament. I am one, obviously, because I'm playing. It's my tournament. Don't think that it's not going to be easy to beat me this time. Jared, I'm calling you out. You still owe me a game. You still owe me my rematch. And I want it. And if you're down here in Orlando, I want to face you in the tournament again. And I guarantee you, you will lose. I'm looking for 16 people to play Madden. You get bragging rights this year. And on top of that, we're going to throw in a trophy. That's right. I'm throwing in a Madden trophy for whoever wins this Madden tournament this year. So if you guys want to come in, step your game up, bring it on, and let's see what you got. If you can beat me, you better win the whole thing. Quoting my boy Jarvez on that one. If you beat me, you better win the whole thing. I'm looking for challengers. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome to Criminals Movie Reviews, the segment where we take a look at some movies that are either out right now or that are coming out in the future. And of course, all three of these movies are definitely coming out in the future, and they're big ones. Let's not waste any time. First movie I'm going to talk about right now is actually coming out next week, which is one that should have came out last year, but I'm glad they waited this long to do it. G.I. Joe Retaliation, starring The Rock. But I guarantee you, G.I. Joe is probably one of the most anticipated movies of the year, but I can think of a couple more, and I'm going to get to those in a little bit. I can tell you right now that G.I. Joe is probably one of the most recognizable series out there, especially if you were growing up in the 80s like I was. I was an 80s kid. I was born in 83, but I still remember G.I. Joe. Now, the first G.I. Joe was alright, but it was like, everybody had mixed signals about it. Some people were like, oh man, G.I. Joe's awesome. Some people on the other side are like, but what can you do? But I know for a fact that G.I. Joe is going to sell. I guarantee you that. This is going to be a big movie, a lot of action. Oh, and did I mention it's in 3D as well? So it's definitely going to be a great one. I can't wait to go see it. Midnight release, you better believe I'm going to be there. May 3rd is probably going to be the greatest day of the year for all Marvel fans alike. Iron Man 3 is coming out in theaters this year. 2 days after my 30th birthday, which is, I'm going to go into that probably on the next episode. But May 3rd, be ready. Iron Man 3 is going to be sick. Tony Stark meets up with a nemesis known as the Mandarin. And if everybody reads the Marvel comic books, you all know who the Mandarin is. But yeah, perfectly honest with you, I don't know who the hell this person is. But from what I've seen in the trailer, this guy looks like a beast. Okay? Of course, we got my man Don Cheadle back in here, but he's not playing War Machine. At least not up front. He's going to be known as the Patriot, which is kind of like Iron Man, but in a red, white, and blue armor suit. You know, but I guarantee you this, Iron Man 3 is going to have so much action in it that it's going to blow everybody's minds away. And they're saying online right now that it's projected to actually sell $1 billion in ticket sales. This movie alone, probably over the weekend. Do I believe it? Not as much. But I know for a fact that it's going to shatter Spider-Man 3's record as the biggest box office selling movie over the weekend. On weekend sales. I know it's going to break the record. It's going to shatter it. I know it's going to shatter it. I know for a fact it's going to shatter it. It's Iron Man 3. It's a big movie. And it definitely is going to be a step towards the next Avengers movie, which is coming out later on down the line. We all know this. So it's going to start from here. So, Iron Man 3, if you guys are going to go see the movie, I suggest you get your tickets now because they will be gone very quick. And if you know me, I'm going to stay after the movie to see if there's any secret that Stan Lee wants to throw at us. Because you know how Marvel movies are. You never leave a Marvel flick when the credits are rolling. If you're a true Marvel fan, you know this. You wait till after the credits are over to make sure, or else you're going to forget something. Believe me, I've done it before. I'm never doing it again. Well, look, another movie that's starring The Rock. But this one's a big one. Fast and the Furious 6. They're doing a sixth one. Hopefully this will be the one that ends everything. Okay? You got the entire cast and crew back for one more go. Hopefully for the last time. I'm hoping. And guess what? Michelle Rodriguez is back. Everybody thought she was dead. Wrong. She's alive and well. And I think she's in cohorts with the villain this time. So it really makes the movie that much more interesting. But I know for a fact that any Fast and the Furious fan out there is going to enjoy this movie. I'm sure as hell going to enjoy it. We got The Rock, Vin Diesel, Ludacris is back in, Tyrese. Tyrese is back doing what he does instead of doing Transformers movies. But that's beside the point. Fast and Furious, I think, is where it's at for him. I think that's his calling. Other than that, Fast and Furious 6 has so much action in it that your head's going to spin. I guarantee you that movie's going to sell, especially for the summertime, because it's a summer flick. This is definitely going to be probably one of the biggest summer movies this year. It comes out around Memorial Day, so be ready for that. But I know for a fact that the Fast and the Furious 6, Iron Man 3, and G.I. Joe Retaliation are all going to be huge box office winners. And it's definitely going to set the trend for all these other great movies that are going to appear in 2013. You can mark my words on that. These 3 movies already are in the driver's seat for a Kriminal Award for Movie of the Year. So it's going to be a real hard decision come November who I'm going to pick. So be ready for that. Well. Looks like Antoine decided to give me my own segment here. The actual Crim Rant with me. Crim. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that, I like basketball. There's not a lot of things I like in this world, but I can tell you right now, basketball is one of my favorites. The only problem I have with basketball is, why in the world is basketball changing from what it was to what it is? Basketball is kind of like a joke right now, and I'm not afraid to say it. Basketball is kind of somewhat of a joke. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask the New Orleans Pelicans, not the Hornets anymore, Pelicans. Who in the blue hell came up with the Pelicans? What kind of a name is that? Who would want to play in New Orleans as a Pelican? Certainly I wouldn't. And on top of that, what would the uniforms look like? Oh, I already know. They look like garbage. I'm not going to sit here and embrace the fact that New Orleans is going to have a bird as its mascot. Not only just any bird, but it looks like something out of Finding Nemo's trash. And it's not the fact that, New Orleans isn't a great team, because they are. But I have a feeling that the reputation is going to get messed up because of this. Okay? Now, here's a little message to the NBA. If you guys are going to take away the Hornet name from New Orleans, why don't y'all take it back to where it originated from, and we wouldn't have this problem. Charlotte Bobcats sounds okay. Charlotte Hornets sounds realistic. I think it's a great team. Charlotte needs to have their team back. Besides, I have nothing against Michael Jordan. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. But he has got to be one of the worst owners I've ever seen in Charlotte. You're making that team look bad. It's kind of funny, though, because when Michael Jordan is practicing with his team, he can play against them one-on-one and beat the whole team by himself. That says a lot right there, don't you think? Yeah, Michael Jordan can beat this entire team by himself. And he's 50. He's 50. How do you like those? How do you like them apples? Michael Jordan's 50 years old, can beat this whole damn team. That's pretty funny. That's really funny. Now, like I said, NBA is starting to fall off on me, man. Y'all need to make something more interesting happen, or I'm going to lose interest really quick. With the Heat winning the championship last year, and they're on the verge of repeating again this year, doesn't really make it much fun, now does it? Seeing the fact that, the only team that can beat the Heat right now are probably the Indiana Pacers, but they lost to them too. And the Heat are on a roll. Regardless if they win 23, 24, 25, it doesn't matter. Whenever they lose one, everybody's going to be like, oh, the streak's over. They're going to da-da-da-da. Well, you know what? The streak may come to an end eventually, but they're still the best team in the NBA. So y'all can suck on that, critics. Just the way I feel about it. Oh, what's up, Chris? What you doing? Playing a game? Yeah, I remember this game. It's been a while since I played it though, but I don't know. Hey, better watch out for that guy right there. Watch out for him. Damn. I tried to tell you, man. I'm just saying. It's been a while since I played this game though. I think I might be able to play this game for real. Shut up. What? I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you out, man. I can't sit here and talk about a good story about a game, but that's alright. Look, it's fine. Yo, I remember this part right here. He's about to jump, and you gotta make a left. Like, turn left. Left! I don't know. What do you want me to do? I'm trying to help you out, man. I can't. Just saying. I can do this too. Look, I'm trying to play a game over here, man. Will you shut the hell up, please? Good grief. Damn. Look, I can't help the fact that I'm trying to, sit here and try to bond with you at least, but can we at least have some time to, like, just chill or whatever, man? Golly, I can't do nothing right here. All I can do is just sit here and just watch you play the game. I can't get on. That's just how it is. I guess you don't want nothing part of me, man. Even though you might think I might lose. Look, since you think you're so big and bad, won't you get on the sticks and play with me, man, and see if you can beat me? How about that? All right, I mean, if you want me to do it, that's fine. All right. Well, here, go get your controller. Go. All right, I'm gonna go get it. This man always got something to say. I was just saying, I mean, I can play. As long as you want me to. Waiting. Alright, I'm coming. I'm getting a controller, man. Golly. Who's trying me? Thinks he's better than me at everything. I'll show him today. He ain't gonna beat me. Ain't no way. Alright. Let's see. Got my controller. Ready? Ready to do this? Let's go. Alright, let's go. You're not gonna win. You know that, right? Something you can't do. You're not gonna beat me in this. Alright, if that's what you think, we got this. Let's go. Oh, look out. Come on outside. Oh, look. See? Can't do this right here. Can't do this. What's up? Yeah. Look at this. Aha. Look at it. Got rules, but no. No. I got you. You know what? I got you. You know what? I'm not playing with you. What? I'm not doing it. Why? You always make a big deal out of everything. You know what? Don't even just leave. Just get out of my sight. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Just go. Go. Alright, man. You a sore loser, dog. You suck, buddy. Keep losing that, man. God. Well, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for another great episode. That's the way we do things here on Criminal's Deep Thoughts. So now that all of you new people know the basics of what I do, now it's time for me to really get serious and show you guys what I'm truly made of. Like I said at the beginning of the show, by the end of this year, everyone will know me. And I hope that it's for a good reason. Hopefully it's not a bad one. But that's the way we do things here. I have my 2 cents. And, I say how I feel, whether you like it or not. That's just the way things work. And that's how it's going to work until I decide to give this up, which won't be for a long time. But again, I want to thank you guys for watching the show. I hope you had fun. This is the first of many shows this season. And I am more excited now because I'm getting ready to head to New York City for the first time in my life. WrestleMania 29, I am ready to go. You guys already know that I'm about to have the greatest adventure ever. And pictures are coming. The Road to WrestleMania videos are already ready. I have one more video to air, which is the final promo, and it's going to be great. Hopefully I can get somebody on the show with me, but it's going to be great. I can't wait for it to to get started. So until the next episode, holla at your boy. I am out. Thank you guys for watching again. Until next time, the champ is gone. Peace.